One of my craziest youth ministry stories was when I led a group of teens into an ostrich pen. The ostrich cornered us and started hissing and pecking our heads. I saw a way out, so I ditched the student and ran for the door. I made it, but the ostrich stepped in front of the boy, blocking his path, and then raised his wings and started beating this poor student. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Youth Group Chronicles.
Good.
Welcome to the studio, Pastor Cole and Sha Rax. How's it going, guys?
Two again.
Can we get an audience clap from?
Can we get? We have to add. We do have a live audience. Thanks, guys. Come on, a little bit louder.
I meant like a.
That's amazing, actually.
I meant like a post-production one, but that works great.
Yeah, we actually have some people in here tonight, which makes this a lot more fun.
Not me yelling at the audience to clap for us. Can I get a clap?
You guys missed the cue. Anyway, thanks for being here, guys. I absolutely love doing this podcast. It's an honor to have you guys on here with me. Basically, if you are new to the show, we read true stories from youth ministry that are submitted to our email address, stories@ygcpodcast.com. And we read them on the show. I know what they are, but my guests do not. These are complete blind reactions for these guys. So we will start this off with a story from Marco. He said,
Polo.
One of my craziest youth ministry stories was when I led a group of teens into an ostrich pen at the farm of a family that was hosting us on a mission trip. The first time we went into the pen, it freaked us all out a little bit, and we ran away screaming like a bunch of little girls. So naturally, we decided to do it again. Only this time, the student right in front of me locked the door behind himself on the way out, trapping me and one other boy in the barn with this 10-foot bird. The ostrich cornered us and started hissing and pecking our heads. And the students outside the pen wanted a picture of our plate, so they opened the door, which is where I saw a way out. So I ditched the student and ran for the door. I made it, but the ostrich stepped in front of the boy, blocking his path, and then raised his wings and started beating this poor student.
Nah, that's a demon. That was a demon.
The kid shoved the bird back, which thoroughly pissed off the ostrich even more, and it kicked this kid in the shin and put a gash in his leg.
That ostrich is a murderer. Listen, ostriches are fast.
They're ugly as heck, though.
You ain't running away from
big,
ostrich.
dude.
They're ugly.
And they're scary looking.
No, they're ugly.
They said our hosts, the people that own the farm, flipped out on us and said that they don't even go anywhere near them without a Roman-style plexiglass shield and a 10-foot pole to keep the birds at bay. These people literally went in there with nothing.
Bro, have you seen people who they'll be like at the edge of the fence and the bird will be like trying to like reach over and snatch them and they're like recording it? And these people got in it, live action.
Mm-hmm. Them birds sound like they've been in
Crocodile
prison.
Dundee or something.
All I'm thinking is Harambe.
They sound like they were in prison.
Sam
Them birds
Moss,
is like,
all
you
I'm
ain't going
thinking
nowhere.
is Harambe.
Where you think you going? you go take this snack.
Hey, yo.
Bro, Steve Irwin helped with
Steve,
No.
that's a stick. I'm going to poke it with a stick.
Yeah. Someone was definitely videotaping.
That man
R.I.P.
was pecking him on the head. He said, yeah, take this.
Guys, say hello to our live Instagram audience. We love going live. And if you want to hop on a live sometime, our Instagram is YG Chronicles. So keep an eye out for when we go live recording this and you get a behind-the-scenes look. You can comment and interact with us. It's just a lot of fun to have you guys on there, so I appreciate it. This is a story from Christian. Christian said, one year at youth camp, my friend was a leader, and he made the mistake of letting his boys have a pillow fight. It was getting pretty crazy, so the kids took it to the next level and invited the adjacent cabin to join. They rushed over, and the first hit they threw knocked a kid clean out.
Sheesh.
After some freaking out, we checked the pillow and found that the kid had shoved a thick Bible into his pillowcase.
Got slain in the
He
spirit,
got hit
boy.
with the sword. That double-edged sword
He
gonna
got
slice
slain
him.
in the spirit.
I got that shield, that weapon
That
on
is
me.
funny.
If you're not Pentecostal and you ever wonder what it felt like.
Hey, come on now.
It's like getting hit in the face with a Bible. Large print.
Someone said they knocked the devil right out of him.
Study Bible.
Yep.
Had him slain.
Sword of the Spirit.
That's how you know what I'm
Yes.
saying. Double-edged sword.
Double-edged
You got the
Smack
holy
with
smack.
sword.
The holy
Yes.
smack.
Dang, bro.
Biblical hits.
Biblical hits. That's what you gotta start when the preacher's preaching good now.
That is a Bible man.
Bringing him back to life.
It's not even like that word got me, Pastor. I'm gonna imagine this moment, just getting beat with a Bible.
Hey, that's a blessing.
That word ain't just get me, it beat me.
A blessing in disguise,
That word
man.
ain't just get me, it beat me up. Amen.
Man, how you? All right, let me just stop. Let me just go.
This is a story from Ben. Ben said, one night at youth group, while preaching a sermon about sex and relationships, we were whiteboarding things that represent love, and someone said heart. I responded without taking a second to process, and I said, yes, absolutely, but are you aware that in some cultures, the heart is not the biggest love organ?
Oh man,
Bro, like
come on now.
Like
I
feel
think
the
that's a lot of
name-
countries.
No, the name is weird
No.
enough,
It was an example,
Yes.
bro.
bro.
All right.
He didn't mean it like that. That's a
Shaw's
funny.
not getting it.
This is what would happen if we had Ben on the podcast. This is what would happen.
What, bro?
No, I have to say this. Last time Sha was on the podcast, I laugh about this every time. He was on with Pastor Micah, and
Bro, I
can't get
thought
past
you meant
that
done.
Shaw is sitting here not understanding like what he
yo,
said.
well, that was funny. But he goes, there was a story about these guys brought their kids to youth camp, and then basically drove an hour to Canada because they were in New York, and then drove across the border and came back. And he's like, man, I just can't get past the fact that New York City is an hour from Canada. That was Shaw.
City's an hour from Canada.
I thought that's what he said.
What kind of
No, I said the state of New York is. I digress, bro.
I'm sorry,
Come
y'all.
on.
I didn't
City
pay
is
Y'all
an
attention.
leave
hour
me
from
hanging like
Canada.
that. Come on.
I didn't pay attention in whatever class
No, I was
that
listening
was.
back. I didn't hear it, but when I was listening back, I was like, wait, did he?
He said it in the podcast.
Yeah, he was like,
Wow.
man, I just can't believe that New York City is an hour from Canada.
Me neither.
Neither can I.
It's almost unbelievable.
That's why I was confused. What is this?
Yes, it was the one, Josh, where they smuggled weed into Canada. That was the story. So everybody go listen back and you'll know what I'm talking about.
That one was clutch.
This is a story from, I think it's Brianna. I was playing bass for worship at youth group, and I started to hear the faint sound of music playing in the background of my in-ear mix, but I just ignored it. It eventually went away, but as we continued, we heard a bunch of kids laughing right in the middle of our worship set. It turns out that 2 teens had gotten into our sound booth, locked our tech team out, and then started playing music through the PA as a joke.
Imagine.
And you got your in-ears in, so
Imagine-
you're not
You
even
don't
you're
know.
not even tracking
Yep.
what's going on.
So you're just, the whole band is just still going.
Imagine Cole trying to get into that back room. It's like, let me in here.
honestly, it reminded me of that story you told. This reminded me. Last episode, you asked us what stories you remember, where the kid brings his PS4 to the lock-in.
Yes. Were you on that?
Yes. Was I? Yes. It was me and Lauren. And the kid brought his PS4
Oh, that
and,
one.
and plugged it in.
Yep.
And he's like, nah, it was my brother.
Yeah. He had like what, an X-rated video or something?
Yeah, it was the X-rated video started playing in front of the
On
whole
the
lock-in.
projector
In
in
front of the
everyone in the
lock-in.
gymnasium.
From his PS4. So he's like, yeah, let's get the PS4 hooked up. Hooks it up. Boom. X-rated video all over in front of the whole entire
Yeah,
lock-in.
the
He's
entire-
That's
there
my
was like
brother.
100
It was my brother. My brother.
Yeah, he blamed his brother.
Dang.
Guys, if you have stories you want to send into the show,
Bro.
stories@ygcpodcast.com,
Pocket.
or you can send those in. Michael said, I had a youth group student whose father passed away, and they asked if anyone would like to say some kind words about the deceased at his funeral. A guy from the crowd stood up and went on a 2-hour story that wasn't even about the guy who passed away.
This sounds like Shahid. We can't even get.
As the guy was
That's
finishing,
disrespect. Yeah, I'm sorry.
as the guy finished the story, he then took the hat of this kid's father and took up an offering for my student. Everyone saw this happening and gave no money, so the guy recovered by closing out in prayer. After the funeral, I went up to say hey to my student, and I asked him who that guy was, and he said he'd never seen him before.
It was a homeless man.
My man stood up,
At a
gave
funeral.
a 2-hour story.
At a
and
funeral.
took an offering.
It
at a
wasn't even
funeral.
about the man though.
He was about to run off with that money.
That was the whole point.
Yeah.
That man was trying to get that money.
Yeah. He was
Fuck.
about to-
2
Make
hours
double.
is crazy. So that's why you never have open mics, dude. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, open mics are never the vibe.
See, if
Not
that
a
would have
youth
happened
group,
at the funeral
not
I
at
was at, you would
funeral,
have got
not
ran out of there.
not in hardcore rock bands.
Yo, actually, something. Yeah.
Never.
So early on, Pastor Chad told me this thing. He's like, if you ever have to basically have someone talk into a microphone and you don't know what they're going to say, hold the mic.
Yeah.
Never
So you
hand the
can
mic,
take
so
it
you
from-
can just be like, okay.
Right.
And you just pull it back. That is one of the wisest things
Nah,
I have
because if
ever
you got
heard
somebody
on
up in
the
there
show.
with the mic, you could like, I got something else to
But
say
can
real
we
quick.
talk to the media team though? Because I feel like if they can mute worship singers, they could accidentally make the mic break or just
That's
seemingly
true.
turn
But this
off.
is a funeral. I doubt there was a mic. But in general,
if
yes.
we have
I know
a
what you mean.
problem at youth group, that's what I'm doing.
Man,
I'm
Yeah,
that,
going
man
back
was,
to the sound team.
Mute him.
that man was trying to find a way to make some money. And then if he was really trying to get some money, he would have kept
what?
talking after that mic was taken.
But they're well, yeah, but what if I go back and I'm like, yo, like that dude way past his time. Cut it. What happened? We
2
have a
hours is
technical
insane.
difficulty.
Isn't the funeral 2 hours?
I mean, that's a long funeral, and then also that's a absurdly long speech.
Maybe we're just
I don't
different,
get-
but I don't have a problem with kicking someone off the mic if they're on too long.
yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I really
Yeah.
don't
Oh,
have.
my-
I don't
You-
have an issue.
They're all in the crowd like, oh, he's gonna head.
Nah, I'd have left the funeral.
This is crazy.
Respectfully.
Me, I would have stood up and like, all right, pass the mic, my guy. You take it too long.
Somebody's got 30 minutes in.
30. Yeah.
He would even got 20
Imagine,
minutes.
though.
You like, bro, you get like 10 minutes is okay. Like, what do you keep talking about?
No, I'm mad, but I'm hiring him for something because he came up with a story
This
for
man-
nothing for 2 hours.
This
So
man
he's
must
on my
have-
creative director team. He's not. He's somewhere.
If that man can make up a 2 hour speech, you good, brother.
That's true.
You need to be hired for a movie film.
Apparently, it was engaging because it was 2 hours
yeah,
long.
he got him.
This is. Let's do a story from Aaron. Aaron said, when I was a youth pastor, we were planning a chili cook-off fundraiser. I created a design for the flyer that I was really proud of. And the Sunday before the event, I excitedly put them on every seat in the sanctuary. During the pastor's prayer at the end of service, my wife elbows me in the side and signals me to look down at one of my flyers that was in front of us. Looking down, she pointed at it. Apparently, I had told everyone to bring their chili in a cock pot, not a crock pot.
that chili was tasting weird.
Take the clip out. Take the clip out. Take his clip out. Blur his face. Mute his voice. This is one of those media moments we need right now.
Where's our media guy to
Where's our
mute
media
Sha's
guy?
mic?
Cut the mic. Cut his mic. He's never gonna. And then you know what's crazier is every poop story we had came from that church's chili
The
cook-off.
chili cook-off. Guaranteed.
That's the missing link we were missing to every story.
This is like the biting of the bat. This is where it all started right
Had
here.
to be. That's
He said,
insane.
I've never retrieved 300 flyers so fast in my life. I can imagine. But he said end of service. Everyone had to have
They
seen
saw
it. They saw it.
They saw the cockpot.
Someone said, sorry, that was Chat GPT. Imagine if it just started pranking us. If it knew.
Dude, I'd be screwed already. I use the app way too much. I use the software way too much.
Do you write favorite? Oh, man. I just started
Dude,
using it
college
too.
essays are ruined forever.
Yep.
What are you gonna
Yep.
do? Because I even looked at, you know how people are complaining like, well, it's plagiarism.
Yeah.
You can't look up any single sentence and
No.
see it come up somewhere. It's literally
No.
insane.
That's, oh, man. New world, dude. This is from Sydney. Sydney said, we play a game at youth group where we basically turn the lights out and then run around in a cops and robbers style.
Oh, my.
And then all of us have to try and get to a safe room. Well, one time I got to the safe room and a couple of guys decided it would be a good idea to shake up a can of Lysol and then throw it as hard as they could at the ground while everyone was in the room.
That's genius. That is genius.
As you could have guessed, it exploded and literally went through our church's ceiling.
Of course it did. Of course it did. What did you expect?
Dude, I didn't know that was a thing.
They're
I
adding
gotta try it
space.
now,
They're
but-
adding space for a fixture. Dude, honestly though, You don't even have to go up in the ceiling. It's just like
It's
from
ready.
the ground. Bow.
Man,
have
they
you ever
was trying to
you ever thrown a
do,
can into a fire?
No,
Explode.
I've no. That's
Ooh.
dangerous. That's
Oh,
dangerous.
it's
That's why I've never.
dangerous.
They
Just like
thought-
shooting fireworks at your friends are dangerous, but people do that all the time.
Oh
That is
yeah, I
true.
did that. That's fun.
No, I put
I've
an
never.
axe can in the middle of a
you
fire.
get those little
It was
those
huge.
bottle
Blew
rockets?
up.
No, they're like
Roman
candles.
candles.
Roman
Yeah,
candles.
that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Not like you don't
Roman
like you're
candle.
Yeah, I
not
know
gonna
what you mean.
shoot
Yeah, I
a
know what
real
you mean.
explosive, but
You got to get the big
I mean,
one.
they're
Yo,
all
though.
you missed it. For our live episode that we did at Uproar, the first story was these kids got caught in their tent because the youth pastor smelled like smoke and he thought they were smoking cigarettes. So he walks up
I was there for
and
that.
found out that they were setting off fireworks in their
In a
tent,
cooler.
but in a cooler. So they light the fireworks, toss it in the cooler, and then sit on it to contain the blast.
that's literally insane.
You don't even get any like benefit from that.
I don't know, dude. I loved playing with fire when I was a kid. Yeah, I loved playing
Hey
with fire.
yo, hey yo.
Feel the
Hey,
feel
yo.
the boom.
As they're sitting on it too, you can feel the boom. So Elijah said that with experience. Can feel the boom. That's kind of dope idea. If you throw, I didn't know you throw a hard.
They was
enough.
just trying to
It just
clean out
sprays
the
it out.
room.
It's like those little. Yeah.
He said. Nah, they was trying to clean out the room quick.
Yeah.
It was like, all right, we disinfected.
This is a story from Emmanuel.
God with us.
May
One
God
night at
be
youth
with
camp,
us.
I went down to
Please
the altar
God.
for healing of my lower back. And one of the female leaders came and prayed over me. I'm a guy. And she got really passionate mid-prayer and said, "Be healed," and went to hit my lower back. However,
Smack that booty.
she completely missed my back and smacked my butt instead.
That man was like, ah! You know when your wife
That was the holiest spank he ever received in his life.
You know when your wife smack your butt and you be like, hey,
I don't know. I don't
Hold
know.
a second.
I don't know,
You
Sha.
do know. Stop the
My man
cap.
Sha said, "You know
Stop
your
the
wife
cap.
smack your butt."
Every
What?
wife smacks their man's butt.
We're
Don't
fighting
lie.
about
Let's
it.
not
Smacking
lie,
my
bro.
butt.
Let's not lie. My girl got some like a problem with doing it, and I tell her every time.
Yeah, we're learning
He's
a
just
lot
out
about
in the
Sha.
world.
I tell her
In
every
these 3
time.
episodes, we learned a lot about Sha.
I tell her
We
no.
learned a
I
lot.
tell her every time. I said, "Stop doing that," and she's like, "It was her."
It's not-
I'm like, "No, it wasn't."
It was how relatable he
nobody
tried to make it.
around.
You know when your wife smacks your butt,
She
like
no, literally, she loves doing that. So she would smack my butt, and then she'll blame it on anybody around us. It won't be nobody around. She's like, "It was the wrong man across the street." I'm
Nah,
like,
nah.
"What?"
nah.
Yo,
imagine your woman leader smacked your butt though.
Yo, someone said, as a Pentecostal, just lay your hand on their head and let the Lord touch the injured area. Goodness.
Like,
That's
why
true.
you
No
always
need-
gotta do some extra? Like, why are you even smacking his back?
That's how he knows the flesh, man.
That-
She
that-
said,
healed.
"Fire!" Hey,
Got him.
Hey,
Go get him, boy.
fire in the name of Jesus.
Go get him, champ. Back's healed. Go get him, champ. That wasn't a laying hands on a spot. That was a send off.
Sierra says that's why girls pray with girls. That's a great rule, guys.
It is
Guys
actually
with
a good one.
guys, girls with girls.
She obviously felt something was wrong with his booty.
All right. All right, Sha.
Yo, someone said it's a shame she didn't add good game after that.
Good game, right? That's what I'm saying. It's a send off. Your back's healed. Get him. Get him.
Good game, brother.
Go kill the king of the darkness.
You killed it.
This is a story from Michael. Michael said, our youth group is based in Florida, and we went to a weekend camp. On the road, there was a dead alligator laying on its back. And one of the youth girls on the bus was super sad about this because she thought his leg was broken.
How you figure get mixed up with a broken leg and a dead alligator?
It was its wiener.
Yo, it was the leg. It was broken.
It was the third leg.
Wrong leg.
Oh my!
The mics are
yeah, it was
peaking.
definitely his leg, lady.
The whole audio clip is just.
Oh.
It's gonna be a silent laugh because they muted it.
We have to go back and post.
It was too
Someone
loud.
said that alligator was packing.
Hey, yo, these comments are
So it was
unruly.
a dead alligator
You become a different person behind the screen.
Actually, someone said technically fifth leg. That's true.
Yeah, it was fifth leg.
Not third.
Not third.
Fifth leg.
I can't believe alligators have 2 legs, Sha. Just like I can't believe New York's an hour away from Canada.
You know what I meant. It
That
popped
is-
up. It came into my mind.
This is from Colin. Colin said, our youth pastor was a master plumber, and he had a highly powerful t-shirt launcher that he made out of PVC pipes, valves, and an air compressor. We decided to test it one week by shooting an apple at one of our youth leaders.
Oh.
But at the last moment,
kill him, man.
we decided just to test it out and shoot it at our street curb outside first,
Yeah,
just
good
in
job.
case to see how it would go. The apple completely splattered into mist. No part of it was left.
Bro,
Had we shot our youth leader, it surely would have gone straight through him.
it would have killed the man.
Yeah.
Why would they even think that was okay? Did
An
you ever see a
apple?
potato gun?
Bro.
They would have killed their youth pastor, had a funeral for the man.
Quite literally.
Talking
Quite
about,
literally.
we killed this man with an apple.
That would have ended up on the podcast.
That would have ended
would've
up
been
on
a
the
different
news.
story.
That would have been on the news. Local
and he would have got
national.
committed for first degree murder. A guy got
That'd
killed
be
with
such
an
a
apple.
bad way to
at
go
youth
out.
Group.
Like, imagine seeing God. And he's like, I had so many
He
plans for your
chuckled.
life.
He laughed. He
An
goes,
apple, son? An apple took you out.
yo, you get to heaven, and God's just like, just one chuckle.
If I'm God, I'm sending them back. You can't go
God.
out like that.
Got him.
You can't go out like that.
Got him.
An
Got him
apple.
with an apple.
Guys, if you have stories,
Big apple.
please send them to us. Once the stories end, there is no more Youth Group Chronicles, so keep them coming. Stories at ygcpodcast.com is where you can send them in. We also have merch available on our website, ygcpodcast.com. Check it out. We also have booking information. If you guys want to bring us out for an event for your youth group, a conference, whatever it may be, youth camp, we will come record a live episode. So if you go to ygcpodcast.com/book, definitely check that out. Okay, Sierra says she wants to hear the clown story. Okay, this happened when I lived at our youth camp. And this is about a friend of mine, Nate. I'm sorry if you're listening to this. I love you, okay? This was very cruel of me to do. I'll just preface that. There is a guy that comes to our church, or he used to, and we had him dress up as a clown. This was when all the clowns were starting to like go around. And my friend Nate was living at the camp for the summer, and he was helping out. And we decided to prank him with this clown, with our friend dressed up as a clown. I didn't realize what was going to happen when we did this. So my dad and my parents and my mom were in on it. So my dad, who's like the executive director of the camp, calls my friend and says, hey, I need you to go get my drill out of this abandoned like trailer that we were renovating. And so my friend had already fallen asleep. So he was like half asleep. And he's like, okay, I got to go get it. My mom told him, hey, you need to go get it. Like, Todd's looking for it, and he's like upset. So trying to convince this kid to leave his bed at like 9 p.m.
This is crazy.
He goes into this abandoned trailer, and we're waiting for him with our friend that's dressed up like a clown.
So messed up.
And we hear the door open and him like kicking around, like rustling, like he's pretty mad. And he's also half asleep. And he opens the door and turns away from where we were. And my friend is just standing behind him, like in the dark, about 6 feet behind. And my friend sweeps with his flashlight and like stops on the guy with the clown. And he's just standing there with a sword in the dark. And my friend
The
goes,
clown have the sword?
The clown.
Yo.
And he's like, you can't be in here, bro. What are you doing? You can't be in. And he starts backing up.
This man thought he was on a scary movie.
He
That'll get
thought
him.
he was going to be murdered. He goes, I rebuke you in the name of... He cast out the demon, ran out the back because there's like 2 entrances, fell out of the trailer. It was like a 6-foot drop, busted his shoulder off the dumpster, and sprinted to my parents' house, which was probably a good quarter mile away. So we're all dying at this point, right? We're in the cabin like recording, and he is booking it to my parents' house. My mom is hysterical laughing because she just sees a flashlight like whipping up and down from this trailer to our house, and he comes in and he is bawling his eyes out. So we didn't know this. So my mom is like, she's like, it was a prank. And he like realized it was us. Dude, when I tell you I felt so bad, I came back and I see him like in tears in our house.
He was packing
He
it
was
up.
so scared.
He
So
was packing
I'm
his
sorry,
luggage.
Nate. I know you might listen to this, but it is one of my... I just apologize. I apologize.
Dude, that got him
Y'all
too.
probably have
He's,
a
like, he's been, and you know what? He definitely like He like psychoanalyzed the situation. He's like, if I ever want to do a serial killer, I'm just gonna rebuke the demon. It's like, demon, come out.
At that point, it's because he was just standing. I mean, this encounter went on for like 20 seconds. He was just standing there staring at him. He's like, you can't be in here. What are you doing, man?
Here, bro.
And then Ryan, who's our friend, took a step forward, like started walking toward him with a sword, and that's when he like yelled at him and just booked it out the back.
He had the right idea, you know.
In Jesus' name.
Yep, that's
the
true.
name of Jesus.
But that's my that's our camp story, guys. So I forgot about that one. That one was
That's
packed far away.
Y'all probably have
in
a
the memory
different
bank.
friendship now.
Anyway, we will do. We'll read one more story here. All right, this is from Rob. He said, "Here's a crazy story of mine from youth ministry. During a long bus ride, this kid asked me to pull over so he could go to the bathroom. I thought he was joking with me, so I told him to use a Slurpee cup, which he literally did. We pulled over and threw it out the door, and the next day his dad questioned me about it, and I told him that I thought the kid was messing with me, and the dad said, when a kid has to diarrhea, you should pull over the bus so he doesn't have to go in a cup."
My man pooped in the Slurpee cup. The diarrhea, the Slurpee,
Bro.
Slyria.
I had no idea that at the time the kid went number 2 in a cup on my bus. It still blows my
How
mind.
do you do that?
That
How do
is
you
talent.
even do that?
He squeaked it out, man. How did he
That
wipe?
man-
He
that
didn't
was
wipe.
definitely
He
fil-
didn't wipe.
that
He
was-
didn't wipe. His underwear wiped
Nah,
for him.
yeah. That was definitely filled to the
His
brim.
mom wiped. His mom wiped with a stain remover.
Sierra said new Slurpee flavor of the month. Oh, chocolate Slurpee.
The Slurpee.
How do you aim like that? That is a talent, guys.
No, it is
Yeah,
good.
that is a
That's
talent.
been explosive.
That man. And he pinched.
And it's in a bus. With a,
It's in a bus. That's crazy too.
That man did it. He
That
was
is-
like, "Oh, don't tell me twice.
It's
I'm gonna go
diarrhea,
down."
though.
Like,
Nah,
this
bro.
is
It
crazy.
ain't even poop, right? It was diarrhea.
yeah.
He didn't wait no second. He was like, "Are you serious, bro?" Nah, he was like, "All right, I'll
We're
be right
different.
back."
Yeah, we are different people. I'd have been like, pull this bus over.
Man, this man literally took
What
a
friend looked
diarrhea in
out
the
for him,
Slurpee
though?
cup. What
That's
size was the Slurpee
What
cup?
friend was in the front like, don't come back, Tim's pooping in a cup.
Because if it was a small cup, this is crazy. Like
Slurpee cup. It's
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Youth Group Chronicles. Sha and Pastor Cole, thanks a lot, guys. Check us out on social media, guys. Instagram, YG Chronicles. TikTok, YG Chronicles. We post short clips of this podcast. If you haven't checked it out yet, definitely go look there. And then we also have YouTube. That is probably the highlight because you get to see the full video episodes of this podcast.
Yes, sir.
But anyway, see you all next week. Sha and Pastor Cole, thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks.